Well, I
One
feel
act
like
play.
I'm glad we started with laughter because it's been already.
Yeah.
I mean, what a
I mean, there's
shit
so much
show.
to start from. The most recent for us is
Jerome Powell.
Jerome Powell. Jerome Powell, the
Powell.
head of the Fed, Powell, who obviously does not like Donald Trump.
He did. I didn't get that. He didn't say that.
Over the weekend, over this past weekend,
Yes.
it's announced that the Department of Justice has started an investigation into Jerome Powell's awful doings.
Well, so specifically, I believe they're investigating him for perjury, like
Yes.
because of his Senate testimony
About
the renovations for the Fed. But
Right.
if we're going to start,
Well,
Yeah,
but
talking about
that's never-
renovations.
we're going to start prosecuting people for lying during their Senate testimony.
Almost all of the Supreme Court would not
Or
be.
for building government buildings that go over budget.
Yeah. There's a marble
true, too.
bathroom I want to talk about.
Well, there's also
That's
the
the Lincoln
ballroom
bathroom.
that started $200 million. It's now at $400 million. Cost overruns. He lied. But anyway, here is Jerome Powell's response.
I think the most important thing that I think you've overlooked to this point is the fact that Jerome Powell has a lovely speaking voice.
Here we go.
Good evening. On Friday, the Department of Justice served the Federal Reserve with grand jury subpoenas.
It's news broadcaster voice.
Yeah.
It's just resonant.
Yeah.
It's like I'd like to see Bari Weiss hire him over this Tony cat.
Tony
DeCopolopoli.
DeCopel.
Threatening a criminal indictment related to my testimony before the Senate Banking Committee last June. This unprecedented action should be seen in the broader context of the administration's threats and ongoing pressure. This new threat is not about my testimony last June or about the renovation of the Federal Reserve buildings. The threat of criminal charges is a consequence of the Federal Reserve setting interest rates based on our best assessment of what will serve the public, rather than following the preferences of the president.
Bingo.
Coming up next, we've got a long-distance request from
Oh, you think
Renee
it's like
in
that?
Topeka.
It sounds like
Welcome to the Quiet
It sounds like
Storm.
PBS to me. Like it sounds like he
he's-
should be.
host
like-
of the News Hour.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'd be great.
What I love about that clip is he basically just says, yeah, because the president's a fucking con artist.
He really does.
Yeah.
And I mean, he's got the most dulcet way of saying it too. It's just gorgeous.
Yeah.
He's basically getting on and saying, "Hey, fuck this guy."
But also, like, it wasn't reported anywhere. Like, it wasn't like the first anyone heard of it was him putting out, like, this hostage video.
Yeah.
Which is consistent with how he's been with
Yeah.
Donald
Yeah.
Trump.
What's interesting is that some Republicans, Senator Tom Tillis, obviously Elizabeth Warren, who's not a Republican.
And I say,
John Kennedy.
yeah.
Oh, John Kennedy too?
Yeah.
Senator Kennedy?
John Kennedy and then
Senator
some guy from
Leghorn?
Mississippi. Yeah.
Well, if I'm not a pig, if I'm not a pig opening up the curtains and saying hello to my audience, what the fuck are you talking about?
But he has come out and said that he doesn't think he's a perjurer. You know,
Perjurer. Yeah, I think
perjurer.
that perjurer.
Rolls off the tongue.
But also, they're all saying all of a sudden, like, hey, don't fuck with the Fed because if you fuck with it,
Fucking with their money.
we're all fucked. We're all fucked. And the good name of the United States, for what it's worth still, goes out the window.
They're fine with anything, and then as soon as the money starts to get fucked with, they're like, hey, I think this guy's a little crazy.
Yeah.
Slow your roll, Mr. President. I say, slow your roll, Mr. President.
News of the investigation slammed by senators from both parties. Democrat Elizabeth Warren writing, quote, Trump is abusing the authorities of the Department of Justice like a wannabe dictator.
Wannabe?
Yeah, I was going to
Isn't
say.
he just a straight up?
Also, he's never done that before.
No, it's
To be
true.
honest, like, if there's one thing he's good that he's not a wannabe at, it's being a dictator.
The one time he's a success. And they don't even give him that.
And Republican Tom Tillis vowing to, quote, oppose the confirmation of any nominee for the Fed, including the upcoming Fed chair vacancy, until this legal matter is fully resolved. The DOJ tells NBC News that it doesn't comment on specific cases, but that they're prioritizing investigating any abuse of taxpayer dollars. We should note that the Fed is not publicly funded.
Well, that's good. Wait, what?
A little caveat.
What do you mean the Fed's not publicly funded?
It's not taxpayer.
Where does it
funded.
come from?
The money that they have invested over many, many years. It's its own separate account.
Like an apple or something?
Wait, what?
So the Federal Reserve
Disney
was
stock.
started in whenever it was like
stock.
1910.
How does the Fed generate income? They don't generate income. The Fed is not.
No. They're not a profit-making organization.
What?
It
So-
earns interest on U.S. government.
So the Fed
stock. You were right.
itself buys U.S. government securities, earns money on it, and then that's their operating budget.
Right.
That feels very weird to me. I never knew that.
Well, it's how banks make money. It's the
But
same
they're
thing.
not a bank.
They are a bank regulator. They make the same. They are a bank to the extent that they run the Treasury funds. All of those long-term government bonds are theirs.
They make pennies. Not
anymore.
Yay, it's the first time we've said the same thing at the same time. Yes.
Powell is only serving until May
so that's
anyway.
the weird part about this whole story. His term expires in May. Why not just?
Because
still
he
on the-
refused to do it, and so Trump is like cracking the whip.
But he's still on the board for 2 more years after that.
Yes, correct.
And there can't be a vacancy.
Right.
So they can't confirm a new, like,
They
he
don't
can't
if
go
they don't
away.
confirm a new guy.
Yes.
Or
There has to be
woman.
new one confirmed
Before Powell
he can
goes.
go away. So if they're all saying they won't vote for a new one,
I see.
then
So he's
it's-
just
then
in that position forever.
He could be in it forever, yeah.
Or until he dies.
That voice is never going to die.
Apart from Tom
Kale?
Tillis and Senator John Kennedy and obviously Elizabeth Warren, some Republican senators are saying the classic bit about Trump, their response to everything that Trump's, which is, it's just joshing.
Is there really a reason for an investigation? Because, you know, a lot of people are looking at this and saying, well, wait a second. We know President Trump does not like Jay Powell, and we know that he's calling him stupid and that he hasn't cut rates fast enough.
Well, Maria, we'll let the system play through here. I think there's other issues that we should be focused on. I think this is the president throwing out one more, maybe he's even almost trolling here as well. We got bigger issues to go after than this one, though.
Of which I don't know what they are. By the way, who the fuck is this senator?
That's Roger Wicker.
Roger Marshall, Kansas. Senator. I always like when I find a new senator I'd never heard of.
It's weird, right?
Yeah, because there's only 100 of them.
Yeah,
How
I know.
many can you name? Go.
So everyone thought on Sundays, probably during the Golden Globes, they were all thinking this, that shit, the stock market's going to tank on Monday because this is the thing that's going to. But that baked into that sentiment was, that Powell will eventually win, like he will keep his job.
The sentiment seems to be this is going nowhere.
Right.
But
the minute it does, bye-bye.
by economy?
That's why they
Bye-bye.
sent out the big guns, Roger Marshall, or Kansas.
Hey, are you a fan of Have I Got News for You? Then subscribe to our channel. Tap the subscribe button and click the bell while you're at it to stay up to the minute on our latest videos.